When I'm recording this, 8 of 9 that are going to Antarctica on the final experiments is in Chile. So today I will have a look at one more flat earth video that tried to convince their audience that there are no 24-hour sun on Antarctica. The dumpster fire I've chosen for this video is the channel FOUNDEDEARTHBROTHERS. It's a quite big channel, 115,000 subscribers, and is based on religious beliefs. It's a religious flat earth channel, and the live stream I'm watching is named addressing the final experiment and the impossible sunlight. It's a live stream and it's 2.5 hours long, so I will choose short parts of it. So let's start.
There is a rare phenomenon happening right now across the globe. As of about 3 minutes ago, 7:15 Eastern Time, 99% of the entire world's population is facing the sun. That means we're all experiencing some degree of sunlight at the exact same time, either full daylight or, for a lot of other folks, twilight. If you look at the map right there, just the Pacific Islands and Australia, the Australian region, are fully in the dark. 99% of the world.
What a cool phenomenon.
Oh, what a bad example. This have been debunked so many times, and it works on a globe, but not on flat earth.
All right. Welcome back, family.
Oh dear, 115,000 followers. It's a quite big family you have.
Blessed to see you guys joining us live yet again with George Newber from GeoTruth. He's going to be...
Oh dear, a channel with truth in the name. Sounds promising.
giving another presentation, sort of an update to some of the things that he has come across since our last video.
I can't wait to hear what he have come across.
Also going to be talking about the final experiment that's really just another observation. Whether or not it's valid, authentic, there's any lying signs and wonders at work, who cares? There have been lying signs and wonders going on our entire lives.
And I convinced that you and your guest will lie in this live stream and present your silly fantasies instead of factual things or things based on science. So let's hear what he have to say.
And this kind of gives a comparison, the same thing. This is really the summary. So obviously there's so much more square mileage on square miles on the circular level plane Earth, which the spherical geoid Earth could never handle. So this is where we have the impossibility of that sunlight coverage, okay? Because the surface of water never bends or curves, which that's all that the spherical Earth does.
Yeah.
So the sun goes fast in daytime and slows up in the evening and very slow in the night. I get it. Oh dear.
Wow.
All right, so now we're going to start getting into the summer solstice. This is June 20th. It was June 20th of this year. Again, this is the data points coming straight out of the United States Naval Observatory. Same parameters. These data points are altitude angles of 0.5 degrees above the horizon. So it's either sun setting or sun rising. I'll go a little bit faster, but again, these data points come off that table. You can see that you can see the sun over here. It's on the North Pole side. It's pretty close to minus 60 longitude line. Right there, you can see it, and that's where it's providing, the hours there from 7 to 19, and then we go to the South Pole side. It goes from 19 back to 7, but when you look at the two together, it's 50% of the coverage of the Earth. This is now what it looks like on the circular level plane. Same data points, doing exact same thing on the circular level plane.
And both of them ignores the obvious problem. The sun have to accelerate for this to be true. And have you seen the sun go faster? No.
A spherical geoid Earth geometrically requires the sunlight coverage to be perfectly mirrored when the sun is located on the same latitude distance north and south of the equator. Okay, so what you can see here on the left side is the summer solstice. So North Pole has 24-hour daylight, and you can see I've got the sun pretty much at plus 23.44 latitude. And then, of course, at the bottom, the South Pole has no light. But then look what happens when you mirror. You have to mirror it. So on minus 23.44 latitude with the sun for the winter solstice, basically it's mirrored from the equator down. And so then you get 24-hour daylight on the South Pole. And we're gonna show that more and more here. It's very eye-opening. This is where you're starting to realize that sunlight coverage that they show, the data for the sunlight coverage is corrupt. The location for the sun has to be perfect for navigation purposes because everybody uses it. But the actual sunlight coverage, that's what they play with. We'll get to that.
Coverage is not correct. That's quite easy to prove. If you have someone in US, Asia, or different places in the world having a video conference and looking at the sun at the same time, you see that the predictions is correct.
So this is, again, the data that I pulled out of United States Naval Observatory. This is for December solstice, December 20th. Same parameters, 0.5 degree altitude angle for sunrise or sunset above the horizon. And then we'll take a look here. This is where now I brought in the data for June 20th, and I've highlighted in yellow. All they did was change the latitude to plus or minus, because that's what they had to do. They had to mirror it perfectly.
Of course they had to do that, because that's reality.
You see, if you scroll down from locations 1 through 24 on each table, all you'll see for the latitude numbers, they just went from positive to negative, perfectly mirrored. And you don't do that on a circular level plane Earth, because that's not how it works.
Wow, that's genius for them, though. Who's going to check those numbers?
Why would they check? They are correct. But of course you're a flat earther and they don't correspond with your flat earth pizza.
Yeah, so again, here we go. This is the sunlight coverage on the North Pole side. Now we're not going to see the sun on the North Pole side because now we're in the winter. But then if we look at the North Pole side up here on the upper left side of that circle, you can see that's hour 7. And it goes 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then it goes 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19. And then on the South Pole side, we got 19, 18, 17, so it's coming back around. And you can see the sun over at pretty much close to latitude minus 60. I mean longitude minus 60, longitude line, the timeline there. Minus 60, you see the sun. So that's basically mirrored. Oh, hold on here. You go back. So this is for the December 20th. Now I'm going to go to June 20th. Look, you got, because the June 20th, it's the same data points except the latitude changed, mirrored. Back. So they're mirroring the sunlight coverage because they have to make it a 24-hour sun down in there Antarctica. Because you see that's what's happening here. See, it's a 24-hour sun on this right, on the South Pole side. You got a 24-hour sun, right? Yep.
Wow.
So now that when I put it on the circular level plane Earth, this is when it's like error, because I've got this. If you look on the map, I've got the sun. You see the sun, the yellow dot there. The sun is close to minus 60 degrees longitude. But then all of a sudden, when I do the coverage, the data points, that's nighttime inside there. You see that? That's nighttime. And then everything around it is light, is sunlight coverage. So how in the world can you have the sun here and then you got to go through nighttime side to see it on the other side. You see what I'm saying? I don't know if you see that, but so how in the world can you have nighttime that with sunlight nighttime being between the sun and more sunlight on the other side? Do you see that?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's curving. It's refracting
Right.
sideways.
But again, now that we're on the circular level plane, this is impossible. And I said that, however, sunlight coverage shown is geometrically, physically impossible with an area of nighttime surrounded by daylight. Therefore, the sunlight coverage data for December 20th, 2024 is false/corrupted.
That was a great presentation on why the flat Earth is not real, why the flat Earth map don't work. If we go back to the midnight sun in the north in June, can you explain the speed of the sun? The sun moves 15 degrees per hour, and if you're up north where you see the sun the whole day and the whole night, you can measure this. So that this is pure bullshit is so damn easy to prove. Go to the Alaska in the summer and see for yourself. Using the Gleason's map in an attempt to prove that you don't have a 24-hour sun on Antarctica is one of the more stupid attempts I've seen. Oh dear. That was all I had for you today. I hope you liked this dumpster fire. I will be back soon. Have a nice day. Bye.